You remember Adobe Flash? Well, I saw this
Yeah.
image with the kid. The kid in this article, he's like this. It got me thinking about back in the old days when you were at school, and you would try to play a Flash game. You try to sneak a quick Flash game, Shockwave,
Yes.
Flash, and there'd be websites with like 100 Flash games, advertising everywhere. Just terrible experience, but it was the best you could get.
Yeah.
You must have done some of that.
Yeah. Yeah. A main site, I think it's called Newgrounds. That was
That was a
that
good
was it
time for
right
Willie
there.
Doo
Yeah.
in 1999,
Yeah. Yeah.
1997.
Yeah, I would say so.
That was a good time for Willie Doo in 1997. Wow. It's a lifetime ago. You know, history matters a little bit, though, Will.
Yeah,
We got to look back to look forward sometimes.
for sure.
You got to remember something, see how it played out.
Did a little bit of programming as well. Action script.
Easy. Showing off now. Willie Doo, there's nothing he can't do. So
Yeah.
I know you're not surprised
I
to hear he's
dabble.
programming. He's playing Shockwave Flash games. He's saving the world. He's teaching us history. It's all happening all at once. Flash is dead, Will. Hate to break it to you.
Well,
No more games for you. Adobe Flash cutoff will kill millions of websites. Millions of websites will be rendered at least partially inoperable when Adobe Flash is finally killed off at the end of this year. Flash has been on death row ever since Steve Jobs wrote his infamous Thoughts on Flash. So I remember that because Flash was big at that moment and it was terrible. Flash was a terrible experience on mobile, early days iPhone. It was not built really well for mobile experiences, and it was heavy. It was heavyweight. It required a lot of resources and would definitely bog down your phone. And so Jobs hated it. He said, I remember you couldn't load plenty of sites on early iPhones. It's just you need Flash. Okay, bye. Can't load it. So he was mad about it. He did the memo. People started with the new web standards shortly after. You recall. Everything's HTML now,
HTML5. Yeah.
HTML5, and so the writing was on the wall. Support for Flash is due to cease at the end of this year, and an update posted by Adobe last week suggests the end is going to be brutal. This article is very, I like it. Barry Collins on Forbes, he's going for it. Brutal. What a word. Adobe says it will stop offering Flash Player downloads at the end of the year, and it'll even block Flash content running from players that remain installed on people's computers. Now, they say that this is going to effectively kill a couple hundred thousand websites in the top million or so. There's some websites, believe it or not, still relying on Flash, which is pretty wild to hear. And so if you're one of these websites, Will, if you have one of these websites, if you're hanging on to some old website, an old Willie Doo blog or something, you got some Flash on there, you're going to have to go fix that up. You're going to have to go find those and convert over to HTML5.
Yeah.
Or you could just let them die the way they were meant to.
Yeah. I have to let them go.
You know what's weird is I was sitting there thinking, oh, is this a sad day? But I don't even know. Even when Flash was around, it wasn't really loved. It wasn't. We did the games as kids to a certain extent, and
It was big. It was really big.
no, I know it was big, but was it loved? I mean, I don't know. I'm sure somebody loved it. Somebody loved everything. Somebody loved Flash, but in my time, from 2000 forward, it seemed the world was already moving, trying to get rid of Flash. So most of my adult life has been moving away from Flash.
Yeah.
So it's hard to remember it ever being loved. It always felt heavy. It always seemed to bog things down.
Oh,
It just never seemed seamless. It was always this other thing you had to install with your browser.
Yeah.
It didn't come with your browser. Very bizarre. Anyway, I'm glad we're moving past it. So yeah, RIP, RIP, Flash.
Let's live the good life.